But right now we have 3 Pennfield High School alumni in the studio right now. Man, we almost had to knock a wall out.
Yeah.
But, and 2 of them are township supervisors. Adam Heichel is the Bedford Township Supervisor. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here. And Dave Morgan is the Pennfield Township Supervisor.
Yep, thank you.
For now.
Yeah. Okay.
And Chris Talbot is also here.
Thanks, Nico. Appreciate it.
Are you were all Pennfield grads?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir.
Some more recent than others.
Yeah, I was in 1982.
Okay.
I was 99.
1999. And Chris?
And I was class of 2010.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good cross-section there. Now, this 23rd annual basketball tournament. So who started that?
John. Well, it's been going for quite a while. I think we have
23 years, I'd say.
Yeah, quite a while. And it's been very successful. It's nice that the community comes together. And in this case, Adam's taken the lead along with Jill Johnson. And they put together a great event, which they'll be talking about.
Yeah, Jill Peterson's father is the one that started it originally 23 years ago. And so she has helped out and then off and on over the last couple of years. And so, yeah, we decided to help step up and bring it back to the glory that it was in its heyday. So, yeah.
Excellent. So that's going to start the day after Christmas.
Yeah, that's traditionally that's the way it's been. It's been the 26th and 27th. It's been that way for like 23 years, I think. So it's just the thing that everyone can look forward to as alumni coming back that played basketball, or a lot of guys that didn't even play basketball. They come out and they play, and we have a good time. So
now, as far as teams, I mean, who's going to be playing in this, and how do the teams find out about it, and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
I don't think we brought a bracket with us, but the first after the we did actually. Sorry about that. So it looks like the 26th, 5:00 p.m. We got 2013 versus 2015. That same day at 6:15, 2005 and under versus 2010, and through 2012. Correct? Is that
correct? 2010 to 2012 is a combined team.
I see. So the further back you go, you got to find guys who are still willing to get out there in the combined year. So.
Yeah, we've kind of had to combine teams just to, fill. I mean, the years in the past, we've had 4 or 5 guys, just not enough for each class to show up. So we're hoping, with combining teams and everything, that might,
boost participation for those teams. We've had some cancellations and things over the years, and we want to try to prevent that as much as possible.
Exactly. Get full games going, people going up and down the court, because we all know we need breathers, especially 2005 and under.
Yeah, come on.
Well, Dave and I were brainstorming out in the hallway a minute ago, and we were thinking, for some of these teams, it'd be nice if you could have 10 guys on a team, and 5 could stand under one basket and 5 under the other, and then you wouldn't have to hardly run.
I agree, Tim, and I see no reason to run the whole length of the court when I can stand here and wait for everybody to come back. So that's kind of the approach I've taken now.
Is that like a new township resolution?
Yeah, we'll pass that this month.
We've talked about having to bring the oxygen tanks out and keep them on the bench, and
Well, I was kidding earlier that we probably couldn't do this interview next week although we do have a wheelchair entrance and an elevator. And it's funny. I mean, have you guys played in this before?
Every year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have almost every year. I missed some years in between here, but I've been graduated for a lot of years now as well. So
you reach a certain point where it's a real wake up call for you, isn't it? Like, I maybe better start working out more often.
Every year it gets a little worse, I think. But
yeah, I learned. After I took a break of being active and getting back into it, that I've become more active regularly, because it's very painful if you aren't, and then you get into something and you try to do everything like you did as a kid, and it just doesn't work that way. I mean, it just really does not work that way. So
I distinctly remember being in junior high, and some of the radio stations in the area used to have teams. Keener 14 had a team here, and our old pal Bill Gray played on it once upon a time. And our station in Kalamazoo, WKMI, had a team, and they came out, and they played some of our teachers. Well, some of our teachers had been good at one time. But yeah, I remember watching them keel over on the floor and just ralphing all over the place, and their colleague lady teachers just cackling and enjoying it to no end. But yeah, so I guess you got a few days to get in shape, work out a little bit. What are some new things you're bringing to the tournament this year?
Well,
we're doing a 3-point shootout.
That's right.
Trying to maybe get the crowd involved a little bit more into the tournament.
Oh, you mean I could come in out of the stands and show you my 3-point shooting ability? And
yes, sir. Win yourself a shirt. Is it a shirt?
Yeah, we've got a shirt. Still talking about a lot of this has kind of come together just in the last several weeks, and so we've been brainstorming these ideas, and we're going to reach out and have some prizes to give out to the winners. We're not quite sure. We know a T-shirt definitely, that says you're that 3-point contest winner is going to be on there.
Maybe next year a car.
It's quite possible, that's what we are looking into, that kind of stuff. So honestly, that has been brought up.
It has.
So actually, so so we'll see. We want to make it as exciting as possible. This is a fundraiser. This is something that we want to do for the boosters at Pennfield. We want to just help the school programs. That's why it's an alumni thing. It's something that brings us all back together once again, and we want to make that a family event where parents are going to bring their kids and see some of these guys that have gone through this school and see where we're at in life and what we're doing, and give them some people to look up to, and make our community a better place.
Exactly.
And the cool thing about it, this time of year, people who maybe have jobs across the country or even away going to college somewhere, they're back in town, and this is a great place to see some of their old friends they haven't seen since high school, and come out and actually play some basketball.
Exactly. And you see your old coaches. Chuck Mickness will be out there. He's the winningest coach in Pennfield history. Sometimes Mike Durkin will come out. He coached men's and women's basketball at Pennfield, so it's a great event.
Probably see Bernie Larson.
Oh, Mr. Larson's always
looking dapper and deft.
Dave Hudson.
Sure.
So it's a great event. It's a great community event. It brings everybody together. And I mistakenly called Jill Johnson. Peterson. It's Peterson now. See, that's community. We look at maiden names. I remember as Jill Johnson, but she's done a great job out in Pennfield in many ways, helping out.
So entry fee to get in. Are the teams set now? All that's set, right?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends who shows up. We try to reach out, and we're going to work on for the coming years. Some better ways that we can have an idea of how many people are going to show up for each team. So hopefully we can make it a little larger in the future. We'd like to get more participation from all the years, but over time we've had to combine them, and that's that's why we're at that point. But
if you run shy on a team, Dave will stand under the basket on one end.
Well, for the record, I'm waiting for the dunking contest to become part of this, and then I'll come back.
That's right.
And as far as the crowd goes, give us the time and the entry fee and where and all that. Who, what, when, where, why.
It's only a few dollars,
it's,
right?
$3 and $2 for students, I think, or $1 for students. $2 for students.
Yep. The shootout, the 3-point contest, $5 fee.
$5 to get into the shootout.
Yep. And then, like I said, it's going to be a 26th and 27th. So the 26th are kind of going to be the first elimination games, I guess you'd say. The 27th is also going to be the second round of eliminations, as well as the championship game. The championship game will be at 8:30 on the 27th as well.
So really, if you come on the 26th at 5 o'clock, you can watch 4 full games for $3. That's a pretty good evening of entertainment, especially watching, and it will be entertainment. That's the key.
No extra charge for pointing and laughing.
Right.
That's right.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And what I'm thinking about as we talk about this a few years ago, it's more than a few years ago. I mean, a couple of you guys probably don't even remember it, but the Gus Macker 3-on-3.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You remember that? That was just a great time.
I've played in a few of them. Never successful. But
But they had one here downtown. But I bet it's been 15, 20 years ago.
In the 90s they did. That's when absolutely.
Yeah, and I know they still do those. Like I think Otsego hosts one once a year, but that'd be fun to get that back.
Would be.
I don't know what that would take, but that these kind of things are fun because you get, I mean, you watch people who maybe have no business out there having fun, and then you all of a sudden you see somebody who's like, man, they're better than they were in high school, you know, or wow, they could still play, you know, or you know, well, yeah, they play for the Golden State Warriors now.
Yeah, for me, it's you know, I just remember being even in high school or middle school and around the alumni tournament. It was always exciting, always getting to see the previous alumni before myself, and we're just trying to get that back, trying to get a full, get the stands packed and
once you get old enough, you get to play with all those guys that you used to look up to, which is, I think, kind of neat as well. So,
is there a place we can go to see the bracket or the schedule or more info, like a Facebook page or a website or something?
We do have a Facebook page, and it does have the bracket on there. Was it Pennfield Alumni Basketball? You can probably just type in and
it'll pop right up, I'm sure.
Yep, and that's got all the information. It's got everything.
Yeah, you can go to the Pennfield Boosters page as well. So they've been shared and linking everything. So I believe they probably put on the website. I haven't been at the Pennfield website as well, but it's most likely there.
Oh, it'll be yes. It's on our township website.
Yeah.
Well, Dave Morgan, Adam Heikkila, Chris Talbot, we appreciate you being involved and letting us know about it. Chris, any thoughts about running for township supervisor?
Yeah,
they got an opening.
I gotta get some tips from Dave and Adam, but you never know. Could be in the future, right?
Yeah, and Pennfield's such a close-knit community. Like Chris, his father I coached, and his uncle Ross was probably on the best team to ever come out of Pennfield, except for ours in 1982. So.
Don't tell him that. If he's listening, don't tell him that.
Yeah, this thing's going to get ugly, I can tell.
His head's already big enough.
No throwing stuff.
Yeah.
Guys,
game on.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
Have a great tournament starting Tuesday and Wednesday.
Come
Pennfield
out,
High School.
It's going to be a good time.
It's going to be a good time, yes, sir.